Welcome back, everyone, to another week of your favorite crypto podcast, Sometimes Crypto, the unscripted crypto podcast. As you can clearly see, I am here with a different host, not my usual host. Alex has died. He passed away in a boating accident, never to be seen again. So we must keep on going forward, and we shall inaugurate this episode with beers.
I already sipped mine. Cheers.
Yeah.
What are you drinking?
Miller Genuine Draft.
Oh, cool.
For those watching, have a drink with us if you're of age.
Or not. I don't think we care. It's not illegal
Legally,
to say you can do it.
Legally. Jesus. Just so everyone knows, One is chatting wild things in this. So we're going to go over a few things before we get into some very spicy topics, because I feel like
boring stuff first.
Huh?
Boring stuff first.
Boring stuff first.
You know, William, actually, we haven't spoken about Bitcoin in a while, you and me.
You have been on the podcast for a while.
I know you and Alex probably have been yapping nonstop about this, bro. These prices are nice. These prices are nice. These prices are really nice. So
if you are a Bitcoin holder, these prices are nice. If you're an altcoin holder, these prices are not nice.
Yeah, but I feel like in this market, you gotta have some Bitcoin. You know, you gotta.
Yeah, no. If
you gotta vary the basket.
Yeah, whoever only had altcoins got
what they deserved.
You could say that. I'm not gonna. You could say that. Yeah. I hold altcoins, but I did hold more Bitcoin, luckily.
Yeah. I mean, that's what I did. I learned from the best, of course.
I don't know about that, but sure, we'll take what we got.
Yeah.
So I think we're gonna first just jump straight into the charts. Some technical stuff. Only probably gives no shits about.
I just
we mentioned in last episode possible moves Bitcoin can do. And it played out. Some played out. But before we get into that, we actually should cover something that happened, which was rate cuts came out. Well, no rate cuts. Federal rates stayed the same as we talked about last week, as expected. However, the interesting part was Friday, the revision for jobs came out from the labor markets. And there was a huge discrepancy. There were 110,000 less jobs than were originally predicted, meaning jobs actually came down significantly more than what was originally reported the first time around, which completely spooked the market. I'm sure you saw it in your portfolio that day when Bitcoin was sitting at about, what was it? Was sitting at about 118,000, and it just swan dived to 111,000.
I didn't know it was because of that. I'll be honest.
Yeah, so that's what that report is what tanked the market. It tanked stocks, crypto, everything, right? However, silver lining with these jobs reports, one might not want to hear this. It does prove Trump's point just a little bit.
I mean, I don't want to hear this. I love the guy.
That Fed Chair Jerome Powell may be too slow to cut rates. And also does put the Fed in a position where more than likely next Fed meeting, which is in September, we might get a rate cut. How big? We have no idea. Right? So on that note, I'm going to share my screen real quick. I should have never told anyone we were able to share screens. That's dangerous.
Dude, I already saw that. I almost booted up chess.com when I saw that I could share my screen. I'm like, what if I just, in the middle of it, just share my screen to play chess?
Oh, no, you can see my screen good?
Oh, yeah. That's excellent.
Perfect.
You can see my Spider-Man 2 on vinyl good by Danny Elfman.
Damn. So One is a Spider-Man 2 vinyl holder. Only has a lot of collectibles.
I love vinyls. Look, you can see one here. That's one of my collectibles right there. Yeah, I invest not just in stocks, crypto, but collectibles. It's an
He's in
investment.
collectibles too. He's in all the markets.
It's an investment. It definitely is.
On his next market are cars.
Actually, I just got a book
Motorcycles.
signed by their author a couple
Which
days ago.
one?
I just got it in the mail. It's called Bury Our Bones in Midnight Soil by V.E. Schwab.
Definitely not a real
Considering, I don't know, it's okay. I know this podcast is towards crypto people. I know they don't
I'm
read
saying
books.
me. I'm not saying
No, no, it's okay. I know they don't read books. It's all right. They're not gonna
They
know what
might
the
not
hell
know
I'm
how to
talking
read.
about.
I barely know
They-
how to read sometimes.
They be like that, man. And not just
Yeah.
that. This book would seriously offend them. It's about lesbians.
Jesus.
No, yeah,
Why
no,
would we
like
get
literally.
about lesbians?
No, it's literally called. What do you mean? Why wouldn't? Why would they? You know, there's a lot of insecure men like to hold crypto.
Are you saying you're an insecure man?
No,
But you hold
because I read the books about the lesbian vampires.
Okay, dope. So before we get too off track, let's quick dive into this chart. Last week I said we could probably do a few different possible moves. One of them was being we were around here, we break out, and this downtrend, meaning we're gonna continue our push up. Second was we can push down, test this lower level here, and that could be a bounce zone. Or as we can come down to this lower level here, or this area, which is a big support zone, because that's where price played around in for quite a while. So we definitely got option 3. We came down all the way down to what was it, about 111,000. Found a bottom, made a new support, and we're currently pushing our way up. We're currently going to battle this area right here. Which is a new resistance zone, clearly stated. So our next obstacle, really, it's break above, make this again support, and continue our move up, then breaking this downtrend, and then continue our move upwards from there. Make sense? A question on this? You have any question over there, Nelo? Why you have your hand raised?
Dude, that's so funny. It's like you're a teacher and we're on Zoom.
Something like that.
What is it called? Riverside?
This is called Riverside, yes. That's what we use. Quickly, these were the potential outcomes for what Bitcoin dominance. On a quick little lesson, Bitcoin dominance is how much of the market's money is in Bitcoin relative to everything else.
Oh, yeah, because it is I get it. Okay.
Perfect. So our potential, what we saw was we could see a breakout, retest, and continue push forward in Bitcoin dominance. Or the other outcome I saw was we can push up, reject this level, and come back down. So we did the second option. We broke up. It didn't break above this resistance line here that I am currently moving. So it's coming back down. What we want to see is a loss of this upwards trend line and hopefully make our way to the next level, which is around here. Do this level and continue to going down. Ideally, you want Bitcoin dominance to go down so that we can have altcoins moving up faster than what they do when Bitcoin goes up and then dominance goes up. Make sense?
Yeah.
Awesome sauce. USDT dominance also spiked up, rejected up here on these SMAs. We're currently now holding this 4.4 as a somewhat support. Same as dominance. We want to see this lose this level and make its way down to 4.13%. Cool. So that's really all that there is for Bitcoin on this end. We'll be following that up with, I'm used to Alex interrupting me every now and then.
I can't interrupt you. I can't do it. Because every time I interrupt you,
we go crazy on his typing. That's worrisome.
that's true. I can't interrupt you, man. I can't. It's like, what do you want me to tell you? Like,
Okay. So
Bitcoin. Like, here's the thing. If I were to give my opinions, my projections, like, yeah, bro,
Bitcoin
buy
go
all the
up.
Bitcoin you can. It's like when it's at a million, we're all gonna drink some beers and cheer. But
So Honest shares the same philosophy that I just buy Bitcoin as much as you can. Don't
yeah,
do
like,
anything else.
obviously, no offense to your viewers. Why the hell do they care about what you're saying? Like, we're all holding. Are you gonna sell because he says something? No, I'm not.
It's a fair point.
I would
Fair
just,
point.
I just keep
Well,
buying.
maybe for those who are looking to sell or buy more, you don't want to buy expensive. You want to buy when it's at a discount.
You know what? If someone wants to sell, go ahead, sell all your shit so I can buy some.
So, Ona, you brought me to a little bit of a side tangent, but I think this one's worth it. So a few weeks back, Alex and I shared a chart, right? And the chart showed, who's buying the most amount of Bitcoin, right?
Okay.
We had institutions, we had private companies. There were two more apart from the one I'm about to share. And then the last one were individuals. So out of those three that I said, private companies, institutions, I think, countries,
Mm-hmm.
and then there's go individuals. Who do you think out of those four is buying the most amount of Bitcoin?
I assume companies. I know countries been also digging in there, but I would assume companies.
You'll be correct.
Only because they're the greediest little ones. You know, they wanna get their grubby little hands on anything that makes money.
Correct. All three of the ones I've said were buying just astronomical amounts of Bitcoin. So my question is going to be: do you think individuals were buying Bitcoin or selling Bitcoin?
I could take it or leave it.
Individuals weren't even buying.
I just
They're
answered
the
your question
largest-
with fucking nothing. By the way,
I
if you
know,
ever
I
just
know.
wanna,
you need to point it
I
out.
could take it or leave it. You could tell. I could be equally surprised by them buying or selling. I'm like, gee, I don't know.
They were just selling. They were the highest sellers out of everyone. In like individuals are selling hundreds of millions of dollars worth of Bitcoin, meaning whales, large holders are just the largest seller right now.
Damn.
Yeah, Alex made it a point to state, rest in peace, Alex, that
All right, he
individuals
didn't
are funding the
die.
bag.
He didn't die. You keep saying Alex died. Alex is not dead, guys. Can we say where he is?
I wouldn't say just because
He made his money. That dude's on vacation. He made his money. He's on vacation. Bitcoin's up. He's on vacation. It's that simple.
fair enough.
Bitcoin's good. We're here to celebrate. We're here to celebrate that Bitcoin's good. Last time I was here, Bitcoin was what, 80K?
Probably around 70 to 80.
Yeah.
Easy.
Look at us now. Fantastic. Fucking fantastic. Oh, I'm not supposed to say bad words until like 20 minutes in?
No, you're good.
Okay.
I'm sure we'll get shadow banned either way.
We're going to talk about Epstein later, so that's definitely going to...
Yeah, we're gonna. Don't worry. We're good. We'll be shadow banned. This
Fucked
is for
up
the
episode.
fun of
I always get us shadow banned. I don't know.
it. It's okay. So, following up with that, Metaplanet acquired more Bitcoin. As we just stated, they bought another 54 million. They're not stopping buying. So, to your point, no, nothing there. So, sidetrack. I think we're good on crypto. Not crypto. I'm sure we'll touch on it. I want to get into some AI stuff because I saw this and I found this kind of interesting. And I know you like it. You're into it.
Like what?
AI.
I like the topic of AI.
Yeah.
I don't love
I
AI.
saw a report by Dextero. ChatGPT's new AI agent reportedly passed the "I am not a robot" test by moving the cursor like a human.
Interesting point you made there. AI, humanity.
And there's a
Interesting
picture
point you
of the
made.
Terminator next to it, by the way.
Incredible. Yeah. AI is just getting sophisticated by the minute, it feels like. I feel like we've spoken about AI last time I was here. It's evolved tremendously.
But last time
The
we spoke about
stigma
it when
the
you were here,
stigma against it has also evolved tremendously. A lot of
gotten bigger.
backlash. If I can give some brand new breaking news, this came out today. Universal Pictures on all their movies will have a disclaimer at the end of their movies that no AI is allowed to be trained with their copyrighted works. It is in all their movies coming out from this point forth.
I think it's too late.
No, well, you could say it's too late, but the message is clear that people don't want it like in that area. But then you have opposition. Usually you'll find in fields of art, AI is kind of booed against. In fields of research, it's praised.
Correct.
Especially cybersecurity, such and such, finance, whatever. There's tons that it can be applied for in a really good way. IMAX, I think, is coming out with some sort of thing for AI short movies. They got shit on heavily by it, of course.
Grok 4's new video mode and picture mode are insane.
Are we talking about the anime girl?
Dude, well, not just the anime. I've seen multiple, like not even just the anime, like not even the spicy mode it has.
Because I already saw someone like hook up a fleshlight to Grok, and
I believe that.
it's fucked up. It's fucked up.
That's
So
insane.
that's a
But
huge thing right now. I don't know if you know this. You're not very aware of sometimes the online community of jokes and memes. Right now, the war against robots, clankers, Star Wars term that people have adopted. It's like a slur for robots, and they're making a lot of jokes. A lot of jokes about, oh, when my daughter comes home with her clanker boyfriend, and it's like someone like interrogating like a young man, like a father interrogating a young man.
That's a robot?
The joke is like that's how they would treat the clanker. Yeah. No, it's actually a problem. I feel like people are losing a human connection, and not just with art. I mean, literally, people talking to AI as if it was a person.
I'm with you.
Goods and bads, I guess. Like goods, you have a friend, congrats. Bad, it's not a real person. Just tells you what you want to hear, and that's very sad. It takes away from what is life, and life is just a ball of chaos that you can't fully predict. AI is the opposite. You can tell it exactly what to do and how you like it, and it will do that. And I just think it's sad that people are depending on that to find stability in their lives. Like people with and this is true. I'm not sure how to link it, but there are already like articles and small documentaries on people married with a kid dating AI.
I've heard of this because I saw one that
It was a twist too. The video was just showing you like, oh, this guy with AI, and then it just cuts to them asking the wife, so how do you feel about this? I'm like, oh, whoa, wait a minute. It just got a whole lot worse, and he has a kid with her and everything. It's sad. It really is sad because I don't know. It really loses your connection to humanity. So it's funny that you were saying the whole human thing about AI. AI is getting more human, and we are getting less of it because of AI, because we're depending on it. That's kind of how I see it. It's really pathetic. I think, this is going to like kind of shit on some of your viewers. I'm sure some of your viewers jerk off to this AI porn shit.
why?
Because
What have they done?
because I've noticed that crypto is very pro AI, for art specifically. Don't know why. Just stick it with finances.
I don't know about art.
NFTs. Yeah.
I follow more. I know more people working with AI agents for like trading bots or.
No, yeah, that's perfectly acceptable because these are just bots being trained to recognize patterns, stuff like that. But then you have people literally calling themselves AI artists, trying to run NFTs back into the spotlight. Not gonna happen, in my opinion. Too many people got scammed by that shit for it to be like as big as it was back, around that era.
NFTs, the way we saw them, are dead. They're gonna need to be.
Yeah, I meant for artwork.
Repurposed.
I meant for artwork. It just became too much of a rug pull AI bullshit. It's not happening. And AI and crypto for a while was seen in tandem with each other. which in my opinion don't make a whole lot of sense. I did like a lot of the AI art. What's this guy named Bimpo? Not Bimpo. What's his name? The one that Bipple. Yeah, love that guy's art.
It's not AI though.
Yeah, exactly. I love his art. That's what I'm saying.
He draws that and then makes
Yeah,
an NFT.
I'm telling you, I love his art. He was an
Okay.
artist before all the NFT stuff. I love his art. I'm saying that's cool, but it didn't become that. It evolved into something really horrible, which is thousands of people making their own NFTs using AI. And it was just sort of rug pull after rug pull, making bullshit, creating demand, using whitelist opportunities for people, blah, blah, blah. I was personally in that, so I did get to see it firsthand. Wasn't nice, wasn't cool. It was really cringe. Especially as someone like me that I just love art, physical art, movies, books, you name it.
Clearly, as you can tell, One has a lot of collectibles. The vinyl, it's his thing. Like realistically,
Yeah, it's what I live for.
it's
It's what I invest in crypto for. Like, why the hell would I want to make money if I have nothing to spend that money on? That's just how I see it, you know?
That's a fair point.
Yeah. I'm not working until I die. Unless I die young, then I'll be happy.
Yeah, there's not much to do there.
So what I was saying about the whole art thing, the AI, there's other notable figures that have been using it in their field. Timbaland, again, shit on. You go into any of these people I mentioned that are using AI in the creative aspect, you'll see people shitting on it. And it's not just people hating. It's because these things are inherently human. You're not supposed to make music according to a formula. It is a creative process. You're not supposed to make movies on a creative formula. It's great. It's your own process. It's a human process.
That's just how I see it. Sprinkle some in there.
Mm-hmm.
So there's a show on Netflix that came out. It's an Argentinian-based show. I forgot its name right now. Let me quick Google it. And essentially, the show used AI not to produce, not to like write the script or all that, but to essentially create the scenes where if they would have used VFX, I think it's called. Yeah. It would have been too expensive for the type of show and budget it was to make it.
Mm-hmm.
So
I love that point. I love that point that you're making, and I know exactly where you're going with that. If it saves money, can still tell your story, can help you see your vision, why use AI? From what I can tell, because like I said, I'm not a creator of movies or anything like that, but from what I can tell, the argument in that is essentially that using it is in itself unethical. Think of it like how movies would kill animals on screen, right? Mm-hmm. Did it effectively tell you what you need to do? Yeah, absolutely. Like what better way than to kill a snake on screen than to kill a real snake? Mm-hmm. I think Friday the 13th is probably one of the most notable ones that come to mind, killing an animal on screen. And
why did they kill on screen? Like actually?
Why? Yeah, this was back in the probably 70s.
What animal?
Oh, a snake. It was a snake.
Oh, they killed an actual snake.
They killed a real snake. I think it was an accident. I don't know if it was. Whatever. You know, that's like still talked about more or less. But the point is, it is a way to do it. It should be considered, in my opinion, unethical. I do think there are so many ways to tell a story and a movie that you don't need to use AI to do it. Out of principle. Not because it's not useful. Out of principle. Trying to understand that part of like VFX has become a core aspect of making movies. Expensive or no, people have done incredible things in VFX with minimal budget. It's just the truth. Look at half the Chinese movies, Godzilla -1. They made that on an $18 million budget. It won Oscar for best VFX. Like, don't be ridiculous. Obviously, people don't have the millions for that. But I just feel like there's so many ways to do good, decent VFX on so many different programs that don't have to cost a whole lot of money. And to be using AI as a way to fix that or mitigate that, it just, I don't know, feels unethical. like in that way, because AI just doesn't belong in a movie, in my opinion. Now, it doesn't say
So,
that good movies don't have it. I think it's called The Architect, the one
mhm.
with Brody, came out last year, have heavily praised, great movie. It did use certain AI elements in the sense of like buildings, atmospheric things, stuff like that. Got kind of
so
shit on for it. It still won some Oscars.
So to preface, it didn't use the AI for everything. Like a lot of things were
Mhm.
shot like on location,
Yeah,
but some of them were
like the
like
architect, like I just described. They
correct,
just used it for certain shots that were frankly going to be expensive to film, or like fake landscapes that were going to be expensive to create. Yeah,
yeah.
no, I
So
get you, but then you
to
want like
preface,
yeah.
the whole show had a $15 million budget. It was like 10 episodes. I
Hmm.
watched it. It was fantastic. I didn't second guess anything. I know
What
it
was it
was
called?
AI. It's called the Eternaut. Oh, I don't know how to spell. I'll show her in the chat. Just cause
I found it. I found it.
like it was a really good. By the way, I liked the show. I thought it was good.
Oh, it's sci-fi.
Yeah, it's sci-fi, pure sci-fi. Like it came out a while ago, so I won't ruin anything. Essentially, the premise is this snow starts falling from the sky, and no one knows what's going on. It's happening all around the world. That snow falling, once it touched one, when that snow started to fall, all the electricity went out in the entire world. Better than electricity, it was more so all the hardware that runs on modern systems went out.
Hmm.
So only antique hardware was able to still function. What?
Oh man, I'm telling you, I just love the analogies people create for going against AI. Someone said, I now use AI to satisfy my wife. I am now 10 times faster. She is not so happy. After the headline for the show is Netflix uses generative AI in one of its shows for the first times, says it was 10 times faster than traditional VFX. That's kind of the point, you know? Like, I like that analogy. Um, yeah, bro, I guess you could just put a vibrator on her, call it a day. It's way faster.
But I
That's a
mean,
very good analogy.
I yeah, but like I have to give pushback because imagine like it's an Argentinian based show. It happens in Buenos Aires.
Mhm.
Like that's not gonna be popular around the world. It's a $15 million budget. You have a giant cast. If you save money on like some VFX, because I'm assuming
It's very few shots, by the way. I did look at what it was. It's very few shots. I do think people overshit on things of AI.
mm,
Because the truth is, like, it's mostly human. You know, this wasn't one of the examples I was making when I was
yeah,
saying the whole, like before, I'm talking about like there's people calling themselves artists, AI
hundred
artists,
percent,
and they just put a prompt and the art makes it and they just look for one they
100%.
like. It is a little ridiculous. I think one of my favorite author of all time, Brandon Sanderson, gave the most incredible way to explain why those people aren't artists in a very thoughtful way. And it's as simple as, if I write a book and I commission someone the art for my world, my characters, and my story, I'm not going to say I made the art.
Yeah,
He didn't
you
make the art. He
you gave the idea
commissioned it.
of the art, right?
Yeah, he commissioned it. No. He commissioned it. It's his world, his book, his characters, but he commissioned the art. He told someone else to draw it, an artist. So
Yeah,
how could you possibly say someone that puts in the prompts, that's an art commissioner? That is not someone who makes the art. He's not an artist. And that's
you
a perfect way to
you
put it.
gave the description of what the world should look like. The artist created the world that you described.
Yeah, at that point, you're commissioning art. You're asking for art that you didn't make. You thought of it. You're commissioning it, but the art, you got to give credits to where credits due. The art is from the artist. You know, like, I don't know. I think it's a perfect way to put it. I really do think people who make AI art and call themselves artists are ridiculous
100%.
people. I would love to talk to one of them, like have a genuine conversation and try to talk to them, because they got to be batshit crazy or just a slightly ignorant on this subject. because it makes no sense.
Maybe. No, I just feel like giving some pushback saying AI isn't all bad, just that
No.
the people who
It can be used
represent it-
wrong. It's a tool.
Yeah,
It's a tool.
It's a tool. Use it as
You
a
can
tool.
choose to use it unethically or ethically. That's totally fine. You can use AI to learn how to make a bomb. That's not a good thing.
Yeah.
That's an unethical way. Like,
can
and
use-
when that
Yeah.
strays away from artistic, I'm saying like there are good ways to use AI and bad ways, obviously.
Yeah. You can use AI to help you create and run. Not run. I wouldn't say create, but help you learn how to run digital marketing or ads or whatever. And that's one way. It's a positive way to use it because you're not creating an agency based off of it. You're just teach me how to. What are the basics of it, and then you'll figure it. You'll figure out the rest. 100%. I agree with you. I'm not giving you any pushback on that.
I just
So-
I just think that it's hard to call AI art in general. So
Fair.
that's my
So-
only thing. Like that I feel like it's become so normal saying the words AI and art together. It's silly.
So, but
me.
AI does create its art.
Oh, of course, with a yellow tint and it looks like shit, but they do it, and I just personally disagree with it.
But
You know the yellow tint I'm talking about.
I have no idea.
The yellow tint.
No idea.
If
Not
you
right
search
now,
up
at least.
AI art yellow tint, I think you'll see what I'm talking about. Like most AI,
Does
like
it
there's
just
so
have a
many,
yellow tint?
specifically Chat GPT. Search up Chat GPT AI art yellow tint, and then look at images. I'm sure you'll see a ton of them. I have no idea why, but it's always like
Is this
that.
the one that I assumed? It's
Yeah, like the
It's
the
just,
Ghibli
yeah,
the Ghibli
guys.
stuff, the other stuff is just it's weird that it always has that yellow tint on it, for some
I see.
reason. Yeah. The yellow piss filter, as some people like to crassly
I want to say
say.
something though. You were more positive about AI and AI art. When we first talked about it, almost.
The thing
a
is,
year
I
ago
still
now.
believe in it being used as a tool. Like I said, I've personally used AI.
I also think you prefaced that back then that you're like,
Yeah.
it shouldn't create. It shouldn't be the end all be all. It should help you create the vision you were trying to create from the very beginning.
Yeah, or heck, even to experiment and try something else. I think it's a very creative, like in a creative process, I think it's a good way to to have a starting point or have an idea or have a baseline or something. I personally used it in music. It would like there's just certain plugins, musical plugins that would get two audios, two audio that's running through it, combine it in a certain algorithm that plugin had that was very interesting artistically speaking. Like the way they would combine it, like vocals and an instrument. If any musicians are there, not quite a vocoder, so it was interesting how they would blend it. But yeah, it's just a tool. Like it's still, me playing the piano or the chords or the melody, creating the sound design. Like I do think that's important. Like when you want to make art, doing something intentional, doing it
Like a
like
mixer.
you.
Like a mixer is just a tool.
Oh yeah, it's literally another tool. Like that's the thing. I use that as if it was another tool or a reverb.
Exactly.
Like make something sound like there's in a cave or something.
Yeah.
That's technically AI, technically speaking. Like
It's some sort of algorithm. It's just
yeah,
not
because
doing its own thing.
yeah, exactly. And that's what AI is. It's got it so sophisticated and out of hand that you can like at this point I like very clearly it's been like this for years. I could just type make me a song and it'll make me a song. And obviously that's not your art. If you're telling it to do this and that, even if you tweak it, like I said, you're commissioning it. You are not making it.
Yeah. So, going somewhere else with it just a little bit. So the same way we currently have a very pro crypto administration, and like they're trying to create clarity and they're trying to push it and they're trying to do all these things. I assume the same. I assume you assume the same thing I assume. Jesus, that was a mouthful. We're at some point gonna get a some sort of legislation around. He's typing again.
You don't gotta point out every time I'm typing. I did it low key already.
around what AI shouldn't do, or what access AI has in the future. You get me?
Mm-hmm. I do think that there needs to be some sort of legal boundaries with AI.
Yeah.
Like it has to be regulated. It is insane. Um, I don't know if you saw the new, well, not the new, but the first South Park episode
No. What happened?
of the new season.
No, I don't watch South Park, for anyone wondering.
Oh no, you don't gotta watch South Park to hear about this. Now, when the White House themselves had to respond to it.
I saw that. Yeah. I saw that they had Trump on and they made him a devil, and
No, they
There was
made
a whole
him. They
thing.
made him in bed with the devil. They put him in bed with the
yeah, in
devil.
bed with the
But
devil.
one
and-
part I saw no one talk about, unless you watch the episode, you'll see at the end. Spoilers for those, I guess, that want to see the new South Park. He didn't just lay down in bed with the devil and have his face. He had a tiny peepee. All that stuff. At the very end, South Park, the city, was being sued by Donald Trump. And they had to put a pro-Trump message. I don't remember the message itself. I can't tell you in detail because you can't show peepees on here, right? I would say stream that little ending of the episode, but I don't know if you're gonna get
it if we were to show it.
It's a finger. It's a finger with a pink tip.
Yeah,
You can guess where that's going, right?
that's funny.
But it's not just that. That's not the worst part. The worst part is they stopped animating the episode. They put a deep fake AI of a fat, obese man, white man, with Trump's face on it.
I saw that, but that was a real thing, though. That was a real person.
That was a
there.
real person. That was in the episode. They cut out the animation, said, here's the commercial that's pro-Trump, and it's a fat, naked man with Trump's face on him.
That's funny.
So, like, what are the legalities on this? What is this defamation? Is this parody? That is the dude's face. That was Donald Trump. That was not someone that looks like him. That was Donald Trump. Kind of crazy.
That could go under defamation to a certain extent.
Yeah.
Because it wasn't so much of a parody. I'm not.
I mean, it was kind of funny. Like, at the beginning of the episode, it says that all likeness to real life characters are fictitious and all of that. Like, they say it in the beginning. But I do find it funny. I find it very funny they did that. Like, it takes balls. They just renewed a contract for $1.5 billion with Paramount.
Big boy money.
Big boy money. Yeah, they didn't give a fuck. They got the $1.5 billion contract. First episode out is that.
Oh, so they signed the $1.5 billion contract.
Yeah.
And then they posted that. That's.
You didn't hear what they did with Stephen Colbert? They're canceling the Stephen Colbert's show.
Well,
allegedly,
the show was losing money.
Allegedly, what?
The show was losing money. Yeah, it was.
What's his name? What's the guy on Rogan that always has to push it up on the computer? Go get that guy.
Jamie? So I'm not. I heard this on Flagrant that the reason they got Colbert out was they're using the losing money as an excuse to push Colbert out and get the deal signed with what's the company called? Stardance.
Huh?
That they're pushing Colbert out because he's talking a lot of trash about Trump, and so that they can get they have some deal to sign on the back end, and they're using the excuse that Colbert is losing money, which is true, just to finally be able to get rid of him and get all his back.
I mean, it wasn't necessarily doing bad though, so it is weird that they had to cancel it. I don't know.
So I think part of the reason why they had to cancel because they could shrink it, but Colbert doesn't want to shrink it. Like in prior terms, like in during COVID and everything shut down and they had and the Daily Show restructured. Like they shrank not the cast. They made the crew smaller. They did everything smaller. Colbert Show didn't. Colbert stayed the same size. They didn't do no restructuring.
Yeah, that's what you mean by losses. Now I get you.
Correct.
Yeah.
That it costs more.
It's probably millions. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And they're just using this now as an excuse to push him out and then get everything on the back end also done.
Yeah. No, truthfully, I don't think it's because of the whole Trump thing. He was never that nice. He was never that. It was never that nice to Paramount.
Also,
truthfully. And Paramount is, I think, openly donating, towards the right side.
to be fair, every company does donate to both sides. Right?
Yeah, but that's like kind of the thing there, because let's be real, Stephen Colbert was extremely liberal. He was, he was not very openly, I feel like. But a
he is
lot of talk
liberal.
shows were, though. A lot of talk shows are like that. I feel like majority are going to be usually making fun of Trump or speaking against him. I mean, let's be real. The guy, like, he's probably, I don't know. He's raping chicks, I hear. I don't know.
Who?
What do you mean, who? Donald Trump?
You got to say allegedly with that. You
I said he's apparently. Said he's apparently. Is it illegal to say that?
Allegedly.
Wasn't he like?
You have to say allegedly. No,
Was he taking a
you
court?
have to say allegedly.
Didn't he pay Stormy Daniels like hush money?
No, apparently it was a misuse of funds. It wasn't hush money. Like
So
the court case.
I'm confused. The guy's money ended up in a porn star's pocket.
Correct.
Okay. Fuck, do I need the? Fuck kind of context you need for that? Like, hold on, let me explain.
I'm agreeing with you, but in legal terms, it's not what the legal documents say.
Yeah, I get you. Did he pay for like a chick's abortion?
Yeah, but I don't know about that one. I don't.
Bro,
I have no
there's
idea
too
if he did
much.
actually.
There's too much. At this point, like I personally don't care that much. I just know, like, I hear whispers about it. I'm like, wow, that's crazy. This guy, like, he's a playboy. Who would have thought?
I mean, Bill was it Bill? Was it Bill? Yeah, Bill Clinton was getting his sucked underneath the Oval, the White House.
Trump
the Oval
learned
Office
from
desk.
him. Trump learned from him. He did all the diddling young women prior to the presidency.
Again, allegedly, we don't know how young they were. They were probably of age, or just maybe legal age, bare minimum.
I didn't see any. I didn't see anyone say anything about his daughter. Like, apparently he never touched his daughter. He wanted to, but he didn't. Kudos to him. Okay, go ahead and tell me allegedly. Like, the motherfucker didn't just openly
No, he
say.
said that. He said I remember that one. That one's kind of wild.
Said it multiple times. He said it in front of her too, I think. At
That
one
was a wild
point.
take. Listen, I'm not
Take.
defending.
Take.
That was a wild take. You said. I mean, it was wild. Listen, I'm not here to defend the dude, but I'm also not here to think that every politician doesn't have. Huge
No, they're all
crazy
fuck.
schedules
No,
in their
no,
politics.
dude, no, they're all crazy. They're all crazy. Forget it. I just think it's
Like,
funny.
they're-
Like specifically him. Like it's crazy. Because he was just a wild man before being politician. Like politics aside, like if we take away the government side of things, obviously he was a businessman who was always kind of in that kind of in the spotlight for sayings, doing some crazy stuff. So I just think it's funny.
I
Is this the
wish
Trump
no one's
episode?
saying
Can we
some are
go
worse than
balls
others.
deep? Can we go balls deep into Trump right now?
Go
on.
do it. I think
Hold
this
on.
will get the
Like Trump wants to go balls deep in his daughter.
Jesus,
It's true though. Pull up the clip. Show it.
He didn't say that.
He said that if it wasn't his daughter, he would like probably sleep with her. Something like, I'm paraphrasing.
Oh, and if I wasn't related to you, I'll probably sleep with you too. Doesn't mean I'm gonna do it. Listen, I'm not gonna defend the guy. I just know, being around other dudes, I've heard wild things be said before. Wild ones, in every way, shape, and form. What are you googling?
Looking for that one document I saw. It's a legal document from the
Okay,
courts
what?
where he in fact got he settled it by just paying the chick money. It was hush money. I mean I saw it.
No, the one I saw didn't. It was misuse of campaign funds to pay her off.
No, you're talking about Stormy Daniels.
Correct.
No, I'm talking about some other chick.
Oh, I don't know about another document.
Do you imagine
that came
donating
out.
to Trump so he could be president and then he paid a porn star off with the money? That's fucked up.
I'll be upset.
I don't know why
But
he
I
asked for
mean-
money. I feel like he has a lot of money.
Imagine donating to Biden and then Biden's not doing anything. Is not running the country.
Trump's running the country. Not ours, Israel. I'm talking about Israel. He's running Israel right now.
No, he's not. But Netanyahu is running the U.S. and Israel.
Yeah, but Netanyahu is running fucking Israel from under Trump's desk. Fucking crazy.
I don't agree with that take at all.
Crazy. Or reverse.
I think it's the reverse, dude. Right now, I think
I guess you can.
reverse.
I guess you can say that, but at the same time, they're like buddies, you know.
Because I was upset. I think you saw it. Remember when Zelensky came, and it was very hostile. But then when Yahoo came, basically begging for money the same way Zelensky was, it was like a much more friendly approach. I was upset about that.
I think we have a serious
I'm like, you
problem
both
with
should
that,
be
by the way.
slapped on your
I
asses
think we have a
if you
serious
want
problem
money.
with our foreign affairs. I think, if anything, that's the biggest problem with the government right now. In Democrats, Republicans, whatever the fuck. Huge
They're
problem
garbage.
with foreign
Both
affairs.
sides are terrible.
No. Our foreign affairs right now are. You're telling me we were a country that has supported, I don't even know how many countries, like other countries, to fight for freedom, to fight for anti-communist rule, all these things. And then when you get Russia, who is literally breaking UN international laws, invading a country that is protected, the U.S. says, I don't think we should be helping that one.
It wasn't protected.
When Israel is committing
Genocide. Yeah.
crimes on humanity, like crimes on
I'm
humanity
with
is the only way to say it, then they don't get checked. I'm all for Israel fighting against Hamas. I do not support Hamas. I'm for
I
them
agree with
fighting.
you.
I'm just saying, like, you imagine like breaking like laws that we have in place,
100%.
things that exist, so you can do whatever the heck you want. Doesn't really make a whole lot of sense.
The minute the attack on October 7th occurred, I'm like, Israel has the full right to defend itself. I'm like, if they want to get revenge, if they did this many, if these many people were killed, and you want to 10x it, I understand. But there's a limit. There's a point where it's like, okay, you've gone over what's.
It's just
what's,
that indiscriminate killing in any way is obviously wrong. It's crazy because when the Hamas attack happened, my heart was with Israel. I have Israeli friends. I told them, I'm like, oh my God, I'm so sorry. I know someone whose family was at the music festival that they started parachuting down from into, and tragic. Like that was scary. I told him, like, oh, is he okay? Is your cousin okay? All of that. But then they started leveling Gaza, and I think the
100%.
death count on children by now is in the tens of thousands, well over 10,000 at least.
I don't want to go just strictly to children. The death count in total.
I
is
say
just
children. No, yeah, the death count total is even more. It's absurd. The reason why I bring up babies and children is because you can't justify Hamas from that with that anymore. With that number, you can say the women is Hamas. You can say the men is Hamas. What the fuck are you gonna say about kids? It's sad. It's a very sad thing.
Yeah,
and what I was
100%.
gonna get into is that I, without having to say any names, got to speak to someone who I know is very dumb, not very smart, far right.
wasn't me?
No, coincidentally, he's far right and super
Can you
dumb.
tell me in the chat the name of the person?
I might tell you after. I'll think about it.
But just write it.
It's someone you know. It's someone you know.
No one sees it, and I won't say it. No one sees it, and I won't say it.
All right, but you can't tell anyone, including the person that's affiliated with this.
Well, I'll tell the person.
All right, so I'll say the story.
Sure.
So this person, I was very curious on his state of mind in foreign affairs, and I understand someone's take of not wanting to donate money to Ukraine. I do understand that. I think it's a fair take, and one day you can,
Just a quick interruption. I was also for helping Ukraine up to a point.
Yeah, because billions. Yeah, I know. Yeah,
the amount of money was absurd. Like I was cool up to a point.
Totally get that. Especially because the UN didn't want to step in. Fucking crazy. Like they didn't want to match anything. Makes no sense. I totally get that. That's why I said it's a fair point.
Up to numbers.
It's a fair point. But this all changed because he goes, I don't want to donate money to Israel. I don't want to donate money to Ukraine. I'm like, that's really good. Now, if the government had to spend $2 billion on foreign affairs, are those $2 billion, if you could choose, going to Israel or are they going to Ukraine?
Right now, if I had to choose one, Ukraine, 100%.
No, he said Israel.
No.
That's crazy. No, I just think it's crazy. I think it's crazy because Israel does not need any money. Any money. They don't need more. because they keep fighting Iran with that money. They keep fighting other fucking countries with that money.
Yeah.
They keep getting into wars that they do not need to get into. They wanted to level a city, destroy a population. It's sad. It's sad. Like, for me, for an American to have that mentality of Israel's more of a victim than Ukraine. Ukraine literally fucking did nothing. Literally fucking did nothing but get invaded.
Even to push, I'm going to give you pushback on Ukraine did nothing. I think they did do things, or they went, or the UN went against Russia in a certain way, right?
Oh, okay. No, yeah, but that's the free fucking world went against Russia, dude. You know, you get me? Like, we go against Russia, technically speaking, until Trump put his...
I actually don't think Trump is doing that with Putin.
I'm talking about his first term. I'm talking about first term. First term, we were in good relations with Russia. That is non-mistakable.
But I think we want good relationship with Russia.
Yeah, I'm not saying it's a bad thing. I'm just saying, like, we were in good relations. And then, obviously, you know, Trump, this is fact. You can fact check me on this if you guys want. But when he was running, he did say, day one.
Yeah.
Day one in office.
I think he figured out that Putin is like, Putin this time around is not a friendly person. He's like, I'm not going to talk to you as, oh, we're going to try to figure out, be buddy. No, I am a world leader and the one of the longest running world leaders here. Right?
Yeah.
And
but
it was way harder than what it was anticipated. I didn't think it was going to get it done day one. I just thought there would be better strides or better actions taken to, like, get movement forward. To be fair, I am not pleased, like, apart from, like, the border being more secure and crypto being pushed forward, I'm not happy with Trump's administration currently. Right? I was pro tariffs done the right way. They're not being handled the right way.
They're being handled awfully.
I'm gonna say awful, but
no, awful. I would say it's like, if we have to put it in percentages in terms of how good it is, I'd give it
1 to 10.
30%. No, 30. 3.
I would push back. I think it's a 4.
We're borderline up. You know, the trade war with China is still going to snowball. They're going to turn into a trade war. We're pissing off some of our best allies, Canada. You know how much we trade with Canada? You know what I mean?
Yeah, but you know how much
money?
Do you know how we've been getting screwed by Canada, like in trade, in tariff percent, in tariff to tariff? Like, I'm not going to talk about these deficits where I think that's where it's going wrong.
Tariff to tariff, the formula they were using was fundamentally broken. It was fundamentally broken for the fact of how much import we get against how much export we get. I forgot the formula at this point because I had it memorized more or less when that was a relevant topic about 3 months ago, 4 months ago, whatever.
So the thing is, the tariff formula they were using accounted for the deficit in trade we had, which was it wasn't the correct formula to use, in my opinion.
Yeah, it was right? It's literally fucking brain dead. It was a brain dead fucking thought process.
Like,
it was crazy.
That's what I'm saying. It was 100% poor to use. I do think we did need better trade deals with all of our allies because we were getting screwed to a certain degree.
No, but it was absurd. It was absurd that we were screwing so many things that we import to because obviously we don't export enough. So how the fuck does that make any sense? Because he wants us to export more.
U.S., I think we said it on the pod, U.S. is not a manufacturing country. We don't have enough exports to physically do.
Dude, you need to mail your local congressman or president because I don't think they know that.
Listen, I think...
Because that's the point of these fucking tariffs. That's the point of these fucking tariffs. That is the point. That is what he openly said. That's what he openly said, at least. Maybe there is another point that he's hiding. That is what he said. That he wants to manufacture more so we can export more to other countries so they feel more inclined to have to, instead of them exporting to us, them import our stuff. And that's why he used that broken formula. But it didn't make any sense. Countries don't buy enough from us because they don't want our shit. They want us to buy their shit. And why? Because the American people want to buy their shit for a cheap
consumer. We're the consumer of the world.
Exactly, because we want it for a good price. Now, why does Trump or the administration? It's unfair to give him all the credit. It's the administration.
Fair.
That's
the Trump administration, though.
He definitely didn't create the formula. He just looked at it and said, "Good enough." Like I doubt he like made up the
No,
way
he
that
didn't.
he's gonna make the tariffs happen, like how to
He probably
judge
said
them.
deficits, this, that, and then they're like, "Oh, this is the formula we came up with," right? That's why I'm also saying I do think tariffs or renegotiating these trade deals were important. I just think the way they did it was not the right way at all.
Thousands of businesses went out of sale. Went out of commission. They're not a business anymore. Thousands,
Not more than
thousands.
COVID, by the way. Not more than like those. Not more than Biden.
Well,
During that, like
not
switch
more,
of
not
Trump
more
to,
than the global pandemic where it did happen across the whole planet. The
yeah,
fact
fair.
is, this was not a response to an emergency.
I'm agreeing.
This
I'm
was
I'm just saying.
I
Yeah.
want to do it because I want to do it.
Yeah, but the administration under Biden also kept things closed. Maybe not. I wouldn't say Biden. Democratic rule in certain states were kept closed longer than what they maybe could have been. And I'm not gonna say people weren't scared,
Yeah.
but
Now, here's the difference between the COVID and the.
I don't.
Well, at
I,
least-
I, just to know, I don't need this difference. I do think there's a huge difference. There was a pandemic. There was a thing.
No, but not just that. Money.
Oh,
Now,
what do you think? Okay,
businesses
Shoot
were
me
going
on
out of sale for the fact that they just couldn't get revenue in.
correct.
Fair?
Mhm.
The people started hemorrhaging money.
Yeah.
With these tariffs, people couldn't sell because if they don't have the product already in hand before those tariffs hit, and not to mention some of those tariffs lasted what 2 fucking weeks, like the crazy ones. You saw that shit. It started.
Yeah.
He started switching, started changing it from China, from Japan, Canada. Like in in amount of days, things were changing. They were doubling. They were halving. Ridiculous. But it's so insane to me that had to happen because everything went up. Everything went up. Jägermeister shots, for fuck's sake, went up. Can you believe that?
Can I give some pushback? And
Go
this is
for
not
it.
even towards. This is not even towards like the bad tariff policy.
Mhm.
I also think part of the reason these prices went up the way they did is because these companies they just chose to not eat that bullet.
I'm glad you said that. I'm glad you said that. I have experience with companies imported from other countries, like companies that are imported from other countries, Italy, Japan, China being obviously a big one.
Yeah.
Things, like I said, in that brief chaos window where everything started to go up, I got a new letter every other week, or no, not every other week, every week about things changing, things going up, things going up, things going up. And like businesses were going out of business because of that. Like those letters enough were like, okay, let's go check the prices. How are we supposed to buy this? How are we supposed to buy this and sell this and now double the price? Things were doubling, like literally doubling. And I could say some companies are greedy. They are going to see that the tariffs are a good chance for them to make even a little more money. But the fact is, a lot of companies, the bigger ones, don't want to lose their margins percentage-wise. They're not going to lose their margins. So who pays for it? Always. At the end of the tariffs, at the end of the rope, after the businesses go out of business, after everything, the people who can buy it, they can sell it, who pays for it? The American people. The American
A
people.
percentage of it does fall on the American people.
No, the grand majority. We will pay these tariffs. They're not going to pay. The middle businesses, they're going to try not to pay it. They're getting a good percentage. The big businesses are not going to pay the tariffs. Not even a cent. Their margin.
They have to.
No, you're not understanding. Their margin, they are not paying the tariff. You get me?
On it, they're if
Let me
China were
explain.
to keep
They would literally send the letter. They would go, the tariffs went up by so and so percentage. You can check the bill. You can check the bill that passed. It is that percentage. It went up by that much. So our products are going up such and such by a slightly bigger percentage. A slightly bigger percentage.
it was going up bigger than the percentage that they were.
Well, the thing is, they sent it by price. We did the math slightly more in terms of money. Like the difference in money was bigger, so the percentage was a little bit bigger. Little tiny bit than the tariff one. That company fundamentally was not losing money. The prices just went up. Now they got to sell it for more expensive, but they're going to get more money back. Fundamentally, they are making the same amount of money. Margin-wise.
Yeah, but
So
I'm not
when you go to the end of that rope, well, I am from a small business, a family business.
Yeah.
So it's not, we ultimately do pay a little bit of that price. We cannot go that
Can I
much up.
ask?
Yeah.
Can I ask a question? Why not just stop buying from them?
For the fact, specifically in my field, none of it is made in America. None of
No,
it.
I'm not even saying America. Just somewhere else that doesn't have those crazy tariffs.
I'll give you an example.
'Cause-
Well, compare my business to a car dealership. Why not just buy something that's not a Honda? Why do you gotta buy it from Japan? Because people want a fucking Honda. If people want a Honda, I have to have the Honda, even if it's at this ridiculous price. I have to have it. What am I gonna do? Not
Then
have the Honda?
Then the end user has to be willing to pay that higher cost.
Holy shit! That's what I'm trying to say.
No.
That
No,
at the end of it's not about willing, William. It's about they need to.
Can I? Because this is what we always said on the pod. That there are going to be certain, again, not all companies. There will be certain companies because even Alex, he said this maybe privately, maybe on the pod. He goes, we just stopped buying from China. Like our company or the one that his family company. He goes, we're just gonna stop buying from China. He goes, we're just gonna stop. We're gonna go somewhere else. And he goes, he went to me. Maybe it was privately. He go,
Hold on, your Chile Wi-Fi is hitting me in the face right now. You were saying that
wait up, it's still trying to reconnect.
Well, I hear you.
It's, you know what's funny? It's never had this issue with Alex.
I got good Wi-Fi. Don't even come at me like that. I got
bro,
good
the thing
Wi-Fi.
is, I have great Wi-Fi compared to Alex. I have great Wi-Fi.
Let's compare
period.
download speeds. Download speed test. Let's go. To be fair, I am pretty far from my router, but we'll see. I've always had decent Wi-Fi. Let's see. Oh, you're cooked. It's not me. You're so cooked. Oh, it's not me.
No, I know it's not you. Mine's went out.
427 megabits per second. Can't be me.
606 megabits per second.
Fuck me. It says my internet connection is very fast. I got a latency of 5 milliseconds. Oh, you know what? Maybe it says bootleg Zoom thing. Are you sponsored by Riverside?
I'm not.
Bootleg ass
726 megabits per upload.
I want to make sure you don't get sponsored by them because you're doo-doo caca. Why am I master of sound?
I don't know.
Can you see that? Am I pointing at it right now?
Can you still hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. Loud and clear.
You are pointing, and you're pointing. It's more this way. Well, at least for me.
I'm up here?
For me, it's the other way because I have you on a different screen.
What?
So give me a second. I'm gonna. Good. Well, not for a second. But on the point, Alex, maybe it was privately said, we're just going to stop buying from China. And he goes, majority of my competitors will also just move away from them if this stays the way it is. Mm-hmm. But I think, to your point, there are industries where you just can't move. If they're the major producer of this thing, there's nothing we can do about it.
I mean, it's just you have to accept the fact that certain brands and companies are not U.S. based. So why the fuck would they manufacture in the U.S.? It just makes sense.
Little pushback. Some companies did come to the U.S. or at least said they were going to invest in the U.S.
No. U.S. companies, for the most part, are coming back to the U.S. Some places might put a manufacturing process in the U.S. for this reason, but it doesn't change the fact that everything is going to go up. Why? Because if you manufacture in the U.S., okay, now I don't have to pay so much on the tariffs because it's going to be a little fucking cheaper to manufacture in the U.S. But it doesn't change the fact they're going to pay more because now it's manufactured in the U.S. where the people have rights, a minimum wage, a higher minimum wage. They have a higher minimum wage. It's just a fact. Real estate is more expensive because obviously, a lot of the times it's going to be more expensive than China where it's a huge landmass. But my point, you get my point, that we are going to solve the problem we created by manufacturing here, helping our economy. But at the end of the day, my point is that we are paying more. That is my saying. I'm just saying at the end of the rope, the person who buys gets the receipt the final person who pays
100%.
that tax is gonna get the cost increase. So I'm saying these places are not gonna lose a margin. They're gonna make the margin. They're gonna make the money they need to so they can operate. They know what they need to. But at the end, at the very end, the person who's gonna pay for it is me. Like, what am I gonna like? Oh, okay, now beer's $12. What am I gonna do? Not get a fucking beer? I'm gonna get the
Buy an
beer.
American beer, dude.
But you get my point. Come on, you get my point. Guinness is
No,
goated. I love Guinness. But that's besides
No,
the
what
point.
I'm saying, what I'm saying is, if enough people did a swap or a change to a from a tariff product to another product, it would have to create a shift. I'm not saying I don't know if enough people would do that or not do that, right? But again, like I said, I don't think these tariffs were done right anyways. So I'm not.
I just don't. I
I'm
think
for-
we've handled it poorly. I think there's a perfectly fine way to find a balance of our imports and exports because we do export. We do. It's just that no one wants the level of export that we import. So that's what I'm. You get what I mean? Like we will never export what we import. We
Never.
eat. We
I agree.
eat and do so much. That's what I'm saying. That these tariffs are more than anything of a problem to the other countries, more of a problem for us because they will solve it. But the only way that we can solve it or mitigate it is by fucking paying it. There's nothing else we can do. What you're saying about protesting by buying from another company is kind of nonsense. I'll give you an example. People who play video games. I want a fucking Nintendo Switch. Now that shit is more expensive.
There are.
What am I going to do? Buy an American
really
Nintendo Switch? That makes no fucking sense. You get me? Like the point is that instead of building relations with these countries to have more fair trade deals, no, it's I tariff you, you tariff me. We're all just going to go up. We're all going to go up until one of us folds. And it's worked for a lot of countries where they folded, but it doesn't change the fact that these tariffs that we're placing on them will put the cost up. For this kind of dominance, for this dominance of economy. It's just nonsense to me. I don't know.
To be fair, I do think it should have been actual reciprocal tariffs, like on certain products.
No,
Like,
it can't be, but sometimes can't be reciprocal. Like we import more. Like what the fuck are we yapping about? What are we offering them?
No,
we
I'm
need
saying
their
to the-
shit
like-
more than they need ours.
No, I'm not disagreeing with you. I'm not pushing back on that. But like the American cheese that went or American dairy products that went into Canada were being tariffed at 234%. If the number adds up, I do think a reciprocal tariff there is a fair point. Like I said, it should have been based on like specific needs, not just this one garbage formula created that. Like it should have been very much personalized or tailored to every country and everything, like very specific. Like not this whole this is what our deficit is. This is this, and
I don't think I gotta tell you about I don't think I gotta tell you about that one small little island that got tariffed, and it's just fucking penguins that live there.
Do you? So I heard I forgot his name now. He went on Flagrant, the podcast, and he explained why they did that.
I don't know what Flagrant is.
It's a podcast with Andrew Schultz.
Schultz's podcast. I just don't remember the name.
Schultz's podcast. He had this billionaire, super smart dude on, and he explains the reason they tariff that country that no one lives on, or that island that no one lives on, that's essentially just abandoned. He goes, because the thing is, if you don't tariff it, they'll just move the plant there, or they'll move to other.
I did hear
places.
that. I did hear that, and I don't know if I fully buy it.
I do.
Because if someone decides to, because all of a sudden, if we do receive imports from a place we don't normally receive imports, obviously we would fucking tariff it. It's not like, oh, you caught us, you built a factory there, and you started bringing stuff. No, dude, I don't think that's gonna happen.
But if nothing gets imported there, why does it matter?
Exactly. So it's just silly. Like that shows. That goes to show how little. The point of that is not that it matters that we're putting tariffs on a country where no one lives and it's just a bunch of penguins. What matters is that we are not being very specific about this. We're not being thoughtful about these tariffs. That's the point. You get me? Like we're not putting many thoughts.
That's not a thought that it wasn't fully thought. It wasn't, like as you said, it wasn't a thoughtful process. I'm 100%.
I will say I do think personally, maybe this is a bit of a hot take. I'm not sure. I might get a little spicy here. I have a bit of a hot take.
Okay.
I think personally, take a big sip. I think personally, Trump put more work into trying not to seem like a bad guy from touching all these young women and trying to hide that Epstein file. Why is he trying harder?
Allegedly.
He's trying to hide that Epstein files more than he's trying to tariff the countries, like properly, like actually making an effort to do it if he's gonna tariff them. Because don't get me wrong, he tariffed the shit out of them, but he's just like, oh, big number, and he signs off on it. It's a little absurd.
I already said allegedly, but let's do one more time.
Allegedly what? That he's hiding the Epstein files? Oh, you guys are still talking about that?
Girls, like you said.
Oh, I mean, he's probably.
Allegedly. Dude,
$150 on black.
Listen. Allegedly. I don't want to get anyone into trouble.
Allegedly. I mean, is it illegal to say that? Is it illegal to say that I think he did it? That's perfectly fine. It's legal to say I think he did it.
It's not legal because we're gonna publish this.
Oh,
there are laws in the way this is. Yeah, there are laws here. That's why you have to say allegedly.
Dude, it's gonna be like South Park, where like in the episode he's like, "I'll sue you." He did just.
I'm gonna have to write a disclaimer for the first like intro.
Oh my god, dude! No way. But yeah, no, allegedly he did. But it's crazy how much.
To your point.
There's so much work going into that, right?
It's being completely covered up, and I do think it's a bunch of BS.
You would think the Clintons were going to do it, but no, Trump? Really? He's going to do it?
I really did, for real. 100% on it.
Everyone thought he would, like, literally, I feel like so many, even far-right people, I feel like people are too much on Trump's stick. They wear the little MAGA hats. I don't get it. I only wear hats of my favorite TV shows. Like, what the fuck is wrong with you? It's crazy. But this following he has, that it's almost cult-like it's him, not the Republican Party. They were following. And then when he said that shit about the Epstein files, everyone was like, yo, wait a minute. Maybe we shouldn't follow this guy. I haven't seen a MAGA hat since, bro. I was like, yo, since he started saying shit about the Epstein files, it's crazy.
Who do you think's MAGA, though? Like
No, I'm saying specifically just to people who like have a lot of support for him, not necessarily Republicans.
I think MAGA supporters, because I do think we should make America great again, right? Because America was great.
But that's a no. When I say MAGA, obviously I'm not saying let's make America great. I'm not saying let's not. That's stupid. That's a stupid.
I think the diehard Trump supporters or the blindly following and don't want to have their own opinion.
Yeah, William, that's my point. I'm saying if you have merch of the fucking guy, how do you have merch of someone who's running for president?
Yeah, you should never buy anything from a president. Like, nope, you shouldn't trust any politician. They're all slime bags.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like people I understand. Like I'm very a centrist person. I will say in this last election, I didn't vote for Trump. I personally think that's the right side of history. I just feel like this guy's a total scumbag.
Can I ask who you did vote for?
Kanye West, obviously. After he released the thing is, Kanye West is only less Nazi-like than Trump, only by a little bit. Especially after the Heil Hitler song. Only a little. He's like almost Trump level. Almost Trump level. Here's the problem, right? When Kanye West went full Nazi, people weren't like, you know what? I don't support Kanye West anymore. When Trump did it, he won president.
Trump never won full Nazi.
He didn't. But he does have the Ku Klux Klan Grand Dragon supporting him since his first running.
Maybe.
He said thank you. I see a lot of red flags, bro. I'll be honest. I love black people. I love black people. I love Latino people. I love women.
So do I.
I love gay people.
am Hispanic.
I love trans people. I love people. Even the people who hate those people, I try to love. Hate Nazis though. Can't lie. Hate the Nazis.
But you know what? We're gonna definitely get flagged. But during the Biden administration, the LGBTQ community hated on people who didn't want certain things.
What What, you think I fully agree with them? No, I just think they should be allowed to exist.
I'm not.
I do.
Everyone should.
No, hot
For
take,
preface,
hot take.
everyone should be allowed to exist.
I don't think
Everyone
not.
should has a
No,
right to exist.
I don't think Nazis should exist in this current political climate. I think it's a very bad
No,
opinion, and I'm not saying they should
Nope.
be arrested or they should be killed. I'm not saying that at all. Like that's like
You have a
crazy
right
thinking.
to exist, and you have 100% to, and you have the right to be 100% wrong.
No. But I do think that it's bad people. Like it's bad people. Like it's not a matter of. I'm not saying that they shouldn't exist. That was a poor way to say it. I just meant more in the sense of they believe, like all the people that are like, what's that one show where that guy debated against like 24 right people? Then one guy goes, "Yeah, I am a fascist," and then he got fired. And he goes, "How dare they?" I'm like, bro, you started saying some Nazi shit. You started saying some like white supremacy Nazi shit on the internet. And then your boss said, this person doesn't align with values I hold in an employee. It's not political views. These are people who, frankly, according to today's societal rules, are racist, are against other people. Like it is illegal to be racist. You know that.
Is it?
Yeah, no, it is. It is in certain conditions. An example. That's why there's why is there diversity hiring, whether people are opposed to it or not, whatever. Why do you think that is in place? For the fact that people shouldn't be allowed to say you cannot work for me simply because of the color of your skin. You get me? That is illegal.
But I think that I agree with that.
No, it is
Diversity
illegal.
hires
It's
are
just,
not the same thing, though.
huh?
Diversity hires are not the same thing.
No. I'm saying no. I didn't say the same thing. I said that's the reason why things like that got into place to begin with. Because,
Okay, gotcha,
like,
gotcha.
I'll give you an example. If zero people in all of the United States were racist, were sexist, if it didn't exist, that concept was completely muted out, we wouldn't have diversity hire.
Yeah, fair. But to that point, though, not pushback. I'll probably, this is gonna get me in trouble. Do you think companies who only hire a set race are racist towards the other races?
I think it's perfectly fine to hire based off of merit. I don't think that the diversity hire needs to be something that has to be placed. I do think it's done purposefully. This goes down a rabbit hole that I don't think I'm gonna go into, which goes into
That's
like
fine.
systematic racism and all that. That's where this roots, in my opinion. That like is pushed far back, Malcolm
Yeah,
X
we
shit.
don't have to get into it.
Yeah, but like if people understand, I'm sure someone here is gonna pretend to know that they know what systematic racism is. That's watching. Stemmed from that, that's why diversity hires exist. Simply put, people obviously, like, it's not that black people misbehave so they get put in bad neighborhoods and don't make a lot of money. It's that they are in poor neighborhoods, can't afford education, can't afford a good job, and are brought up like that. Like it's a ghetto. Like if you search up the definition of a ghetto, find out what it is. World War II's ghettos were a thing in Germany. It's not the Jews didn't have money, food, like they got treated like prisoners living in their own city. This kind of we kind of had that as well. 1800s, after Civil War, they were living in mud huts, compared to the houses, whatever. Systematic racism stems far along, but that's leads to what it is now. Racism will never go away,
But
right? No, can we agree on that?
yes,
'Cause it's an
but
opinion.
I don't think it's one sided though.
What do you mean it's one-sided?
So I've heard this from people. It goes, a person of color can be racist.
No, that's not true.
I'm with you,
Yeah.
but I've heard people say, "Oh no, this person can't be racist."
William, we're going to
They
talk
are
in circles
of a-
because at the end of the day, in one side, they'll say a black person can't be racist. And on the other, you'll get white people say, I'm not racist. I just don't think they should go to my school. And obviously, they're both wrong. Now, in my opinion,
Yeah,
one of them is a little more violent about it. That's just my opinion. That's where we can kind of agree to disagree.
that's a rabbit hole you can get into because I think,
Like I said, agree to
what?
disagree.
It's
There's,
irrelevant. We're losing
it's
the
hard.
point of the.
It's hard for me
if we get into
to
that.
completely disagree with someone's opinion. Like I said, except the Nazi shit, I don't give a fuck about Nazis. I think it's such a fucked up
No,
thing. I
yeah,
think
not too
people
bad.
are so uneducated in world history to be saying that they're Nazis and shit. What a stupid ass fucking thing.
Can I say something?
Yeah.
I also think it's bad that that's so many people on the left do call so many on the right Nazis. Not saying that there aren't actual like
Yeah, but
very
it's a little
Nazi,
it's a little fucked up how
Nazi
no, but
points.
it is a little fucked up how I agreed with you, but damn, there's been a lot of fascists lately. Right
I'm not
leaning,
disagreeing
right
with you,
leaning,
but
obviously.
I think Nazi and fascism are they're like this, but one is it's a little more to
Parallel,
the right,
but
or
parallel.
one's a little more
But parallel. I
right.
get what you mean. I get what you mean.
Correct.
Parallel, though. Definitely parallel.
There is a level like you showed me that you sent the video in our group chat about the I believe it was some dude, a Republican dude.
You see,
in
that's
Texas.
that to me, that's
full Nazi.
that's impeachment.
Nazis.
That's impeachment. How can
Like,
you?
you're not- yeah.
How can a U.S. representative of any form that holds office quote the second or
Hitler's-
third in command of Hitler's branch?
100%. You're not allowed.
That
to be,
no,
you're not-
that's
you should be allowed to be
embarrassing.
in
And
office.
unironically, like don't fuck it. Put the clip because people are gonna think we're talking out of context. People are gonna think we're talking out of context. People are gonna be like, oh, he probably said it in a way that demoralized the person saying it. No, he said it to prove his point. And then the lady, there was a lady that responded to him saying, I don't think that's the best example for what you're trying to say. Like, why would you use a regime, a dictatorship regime that took over Germany aggressively to prove your point about the United States of America? It is kind of crazy though. Like to me, I understand the exaggerativeness of liberals calling a couple of years back the right and Republicans and Trump fascists, Hitler, Nazis, but Jesus fucking Christ, is it coming to fruition? This is the most amount of Nazis I've ever seen in my stupid life. This is so crazy to me. It's mind-blowing. It's literally mind-blowing that I've never seen so many people openly be fucking Nazis. Nazi rallies? Like, what?
No, yeah, dude.
There's Nazi rallies that cover their face. They hold the Nazi flag. They do salute. What the fuck?
No, those.
But that's the fucked up thing, William. You see them, and you just think to yourself, like, if you ever think to yourself, I wonder who they voted for. Like, what the fuck? They voted for the black woman. They voted for the black woman that doesn't have any kids. That's what they.
I'm not disagreeing with you that, but I think
so
in this
crazy.
election they would have. Again, dude, I personally, I've said this more than once. I preferred from the right, Vivek, and I would have preferred anyone else on the left.
I'll be honest. At first, I didn't like Bernie Sanders, but man, I ended up loving the guy. And man, let me tell you, people don't know what socialism is, man. People straight up, like, every time I hear someone talk about socialism, they're like, I don't support socialism in the slightest. I'm like, do you support free education? They're like, yeah. I'm like, what the fuck?
So to add to that, I think people don't understand what the full scope of socialism is, and I do think they do endorse a good amount of socialistic like programs.
Yeah, because it's fucking normal. It's the most normal thing in the world.
Yeah.
We could be a capitalistic socialist. We can be a capitalistic economy, socialist policies in our government. That is perfectly fine. It's not radical.
What people don't want is full scale like crazy socialism that happened in Cuba that then became a dictatorship, or that happened in other countries.
If you think back to what happened in Cuba, that was literally a violent overtake of the government. And that placed a dictator in power. Yeah, exactly. It's quite different, quite different to us.
But it was pushing socialistic ideology. That's why so many people rallied.
Yeah. Then it was communistic at the end.
Then
Communist.
100%. That's what I'm saying. Like,
Slightly different, but I get
cool
what you mean. Not too different. But it doesn't change the fact that people are just scared of socialistic policies when you say the word socialist, which is just silly. That's my point. Like free education, free healthcare. People are against actively free healthcare.
I'm not against it. I do think there should be a level of free healthcare. I just don't.
There should be fucking free healthcare. If there can be fucking $60-something billion in military aid going to other countries within a set of a decade, why the fuck wouldn't we have free healthcare? Why wouldn't we have free healthcare for at least our veterans, people who served? I don't fucking know.
I'm totally agreeing with you that I've said that on the pod. Pretty sure that there should be free healthcare. So
yeah, but that's socialist.
I've never been against these things.
Yeah, no, but you see how silly it sounds. Like the word socialist. Even I am like, oof. but like, why the fuck?
No, these are socialistic programs.
Yeah.
Like the police is a socialistic, like it's a socialistic program. What we are against is the extreme form of socialism.
Yeah, no shit. The same way that
Like,
people would be against extreme fascism. I don't think we're going to be a fascist government because of Trump. I think he's going to be a orange little fascist all by himself. But
look, this is what I wanted to add though. You talk about free healthcare. I currently live in another country that's not the U.S. And they have free healthcare. The majority of people don't want to use the free healthcare system.
No, of course
anyways.
not. But it's not about majority of people.
No, I'm not agreeing. I'm not disagreeing with that. I'm just saying either way, there has to be. It's not just free healthcare and take away the ability to have private paid for healthcare. It's a balancing act.
Yeah, like that's what
Like,
people don't
people have to,
understand.
like, government and
Obamacare
people have to
didn't say
it's a game.
Obamacare when it got implemented didn't say, oh, now you cannot pay for your own medical costs. Of course, you can fucking knock yourself out with your own medical bills. That's crazy.
I've said this on the pod. The real issue to me is more so insurance companies.
Let me tell you something. Ain't happening.
That it's gonna change.
Ain't happening. Change?
Oh, probably not.
Ain't happening.
But that's the issue. Though.
It is the
real
issue.
Is
It is the issue.
insurance
It is the issue. But the money's the solution. So there is no issue. So there is no issue. Not for us, yes. For the
I'm
for
agreeing.
the
But I'm
for
saying
the
that
big
that's
orange
what-
man that's
that-
putting money in his pocket, not really.
I don't think the big orange man is getting a piece of that chunk, dog. I'm not saying they didn't vote him in. I'm just saying I don't think he's getting in his pocket. I could be wrong. I might not.
Let's not even go to the pharmaceutical companies.
I'm against big pharma. I'm against the fact that they can produce the opioid.
There we go.
The opioid.
Yeah, it
pandemic.
was
And
yeah, majority of PACs donated. Look at this shit. Oh my fucking god. Obviously, a big chunk is going to New York. Democrat, that's about 10 million. Republican reaching about 14 million. In 2023 to 2024. But in the top
you're not
recipients,
understanding that big pharma is paying for both sides.
yeah, obviously. Because this goes past an this goes past the national level. We're going to state levels as well. That's the thing you have to understand. Insurance just wants to make money. They're putting money in everyone's pockets. That's why it'll never go away. It'll never change. It'll never ever change.
What I'm saying is neither side's gonna change.
No, that's what I'm saying. It's like literally, there's something inherently wrong in that. And companies donating to politicians for them to run for office and win is inherently wrong.
Yeah.
Inherently wrong.
I'm agreeing. The minute they brought all this money and you allowed like these big companies to put in hundreds of millions of dollars is an issue.
Super PACs are wrong. Can we agree on that?
Yeah. Yeah.
Are we getting political, bro?
I don't know. Okay. Shawshank.
Let's read a book.
So to everyone out there who wants to make fun of me, I had no idea what the book was about.
Oh,
Like,
yeah.
I don't think I even watched it.
I had showed William right before we started. He goes, "Oh, that's that war movie." Maybe he thought of Hacksaw Ridge. I don't know.
I saw bro. That movie was really good.
Really good movie. Very fun. I like it. Very different than Shawshank Redemption. That is an even better movie. Highly recommend it.
I'll watch it.
I'm an artsy guy. I'm not even a political guy. I don't give a fuck about politics. I don't give a fuck about tariffs. Like I said, I'm the kind of guy where like, oh, the beer's $12. What am I gonna do? Not buy a beer?
So the reason I also want to have One on is because me and Alex don't get into really like deep political talks just because we're so out of tune for the most part of like what's going on in politics. For
I
the
just
most
realized
part.
I'm talking to some fucking guy that lives in Chile about American politics. What the fuck? You can't even come back in the country.
Dude, and ask
you
me
can't
about
even
the
come back
politics
in.
here. I just go everything's
You can't even come
communist.
back in. I call Isaac like, you will believe where this guy lives. It's gonna send you right back.
My U.S. passport says otherwise.
Yeah. Let's see what that U.S. passport looks like when you go to El Salvador.
You want to talk about El Salvador for a second?
I don't know a whole lot,
I
but
think
they
it's
be
crazy.
sending people over there. People that do not belong there, they go in there. That's crazy.
So apart from that, I personally have liked Nayib Bukele for the most part.
Who?
Right? I do think that's the president of El Salvador.
Oh, okay.
I do think.
Oh, that's right.
He did clean up the. He did clean up the streets. He did fix the country for the most part. He's literally the most favorite, beloved president in the whole world.
He did it with a heavy
He
hand.
just got. I'm 100%. But if the country was like
He did it in a way that, frankly, like a president of the United States wouldn't be able to enforce. Literally,
could never do it.
could never do it. It was like it was a. Now it's like this was actually something I was going to bring up earlier about the government and super PACs and all that. Where I go, super PACs are like the opposite problem of the system we don't like, which is an oligarchy, kings and queens and shit, where they can't be bought. They're the fucking king, so they will do what they always think is right for their people. Yeah. But obviously, greed still there. That doesn't change much. But point that you're making, that's kind of one of the pros of having someone with all this power that doesn't really go checked. It's that if he does have a, like Trump, if he didn't have any checks and balances, that wall would have cost God knows how much money. It would have been nice and tall. It would have been thick. It would have been heavily guarded, all that shit.
Yeah. No,
but then obviously, like everyone, like in the checks and balances of our system looked at that, go, what the fuck are you smoking? 60% of the illegal immigrants come by plane. What the fuck? Like.
Hey man, I'll give it to Trump. The two border crossings are down.
Yeah.
Crypto's up.
Yeah. Yeah.
Alex is the happiest voter here.
Yeah. Nah, it's okay. 30 years from now, the textbooks, I'm gonna be happy I didn't vote for him. I'm pretty sure. I don't know. I don't think he's gonna.
I didn't vote.
Baby, we're not even a year in. Look at the chaos. Baby, we're not even a year in. They're crazy.
So what? But the same. Damn it. Let me stay on track for a second. Let me finish this point, and then we'll go back to the El Salvador. But you still want him to do a good job, right?
Oh, what the fuck? Obviously, I want him to stop with all these fucking. Oh my god, bro. Let me tell you. I cannot possibly. Like, how fucking ignorant and stupid of a person do you have to be to hate someone so much that you hope they fail you? That's
you
so.
Don't want that, right?
No. I know. There's a bunch of people. There's too many stupid people to count. But it doesn't change the fact that why would I want him to do a bad job? I would be okay with him doing a mediocre job. Now, unfortunately for me, he is doing a bad job. What the fuck am I going to do about it? What am I going to do? I did what I could. Everyone voted their last election. Whatever. Now we got to put up with it the next 4 years. I can only hope that this dude locks in. What?
Did you vote third party?
No, I voted Democrat the last election. I voted it.
Okay.
Simply because
I know the year before you voted somewhere else.
I don't like Kamala Harris. Let me clarify also with that. But I also think that she's another puppet just drawn along. I don't like Trump. I do think he's too prideful. Fucking obviously he's been too prideful. Look at all the shit he does just because he wants to do it. Even if his own cabinet members are against it, man. Like, I'm just sick of it. How many people has he fired on his staff over his last term to now?
He hasn't fired many this time.
I know, but how many times has he had a fucking reset? How many times? How many? It's got to be in the hundreds. It's literally got to be in the hundreds. Not cabinet. Come on, his staff. I'm talking about like literally everything he fucking appoints. Obviously, besides the judges, the Supreme Court judges. Obviously, everything else constantly being replaced. He could either run with the same fucking VP because he was going to war with them.
I want to say I do like JD Vance way better than the other.
Way better. I think JD Vance is a great guy. Until he sold out. I think he was one of the shining stars in Republican politicians. And I think Trump just put him under his wing because he covered a demographic part of the Republicans that did not want Trump. Like,
to add to that, I think Vivek was the same thing. Vivek covered the demographic, and then the minute Vivek actually wanted to do like real change, they got him out of there.
And let me tell you, JD Vance, he's been nice and quiet like a good little dog he is. Why? Because he's got a brown wife. What the fuck is he gonna do?
He can't. Yeah.
I saw the movie about him the other day, Hillbilly Elegy. I'm serious. It was based on the book he wrote. He had a
Really?
very
His wife is Indian.
yeah.
That's why I know. I know that's why you said brown, but I'm just stating it.
Oh no, yeah, she's Indian. Yeah. But it's so funny. You watch that movie, it looks like the guy's almost fucking pro-immigration.
He has to be. His wife is Indian.
That's my fucking
His
point.
kids are half
Yeah, that's what I'm
Indian.
saying. It's fucking incredible now that he's in the administration he's in.
I'm with you. Can I add?
College
They got
JD
Vivek out of
Vance
there.
met college JD Vance wife, who was immigrant here. Her father came with nothing.
Yeah.
Had babies. JD Vance, go to Trump, kick the immigrants out, and be anti-immigration. Let's be real. Let me also clarify. This administration is not just kick out the illegal ones. That's cool. This administration is anti-immigration. Let's clarify, right? Fair?
Yeah, mind you, I will say after 4 years of like Run Wild, I don't like it's not the hardest. It's not the hill I'm gonna die on. Like to be anti-immigration at this very point in time. I will say it's terrible that they're kicking out the wrong immigrants. It should be only illegals and definitely should only be violent criminals.
We're revoking visas for speaking out against the administration. That's a fact. That's out there.
I'm not pushing back on this.
No, I'm not saying you're pushing back. I'm just throwing that out there for further evidence of my previous statement.
I'm totally agreeing that, like I've said, the only thing they've done right is crypto.
Hot take. I don't think
right
JD Vance's wife likes Trump. I'll be honest.
Oh, I probably.
What am I talking about, bro? JD Vance didn't like Trump. Fuck am I yapping about? He didn't. He openly spoke against him. He said some mean shit.
I know. He said it. He
said some mean shit.
Yeah.
How do we get here, bro?
I mean, but so did Kamala about Biden.
Yeah, because you're no. Come on, you're comparing what the fuck Kamala spoke.
You're gonna compare what Kamala said. Kamala said he was a child, like a child's. Yeah.
Child what?
Yeah.
Child sniffer.
Dude, I forgot. I think so. Yeah.
There's no shot that she called him a child sniffer. He does sniff children, though.
Swear to
he
you,
does sniff children.
That's a little weird, right?
100%. Let's ignore the guy allegedly raping them, though.
I will give you that, but we've caught Biden on video sniffing heads, though.
Release that list.
There's no allegedly.
Release that list. Release that list.
No, listen. There's no doubt he's on the list. I want to know.
Oh no, who else is on there? It's such
that
we're so sure he's on the list. We're like, dude, I wonder who else is on there, right?
Listen, from the minute we voted, like everyone knew he was on this. It's been said. Well, everyone
don't be delusional. Don't say everyone. Don't be delusional. Grand majority of Republicans genuinely believe he was not on the list.
No,
up until he started with this
he
shit.
was on the list.
Oh, yeah, up until he started with this shit.
I gave benefit of doubt, as I did to everyone on the list. Is like, when were you on the list? And was it from the time everyone suspected Epstein was accused of the crimes he did?
Do you think they'll turn his island into a
sex.
museum? You think we can visit it with our kids in the future?
Dude, that island has to be turned over, like, to find every secret passage.
I want to go to Diddy's Miami mansion.
Should be lit.
They found so much
Diddy got
baby
off
oil.
scot-free almost.
They got so much, bro. It's just that when you got money, bro, you got fucking money. Well, what do you want? What do you want from that, bro?
He also had, like,
when you have money, you have money. Now, as soon as you start dealing in kids and shit like that, like that's why they had to get Epstein. Do I gotta say allegedly? I have to say allegedly.
Nah, not for Epstein. You're good on that.
They fucking killed that guy.
They did.
Yeah, okay.
I'm with you on that. Right. I think you have to say allegedly still, but I'm with you. We don't have to allegedly that one. I'm cool getting sued for that one.
Ghislaine Maxwell ain't gonna try to sue us. Tell you anything.
So I'm gonna revert this back to El Salvador.
Oh yeah, sorry.
This has been a wild ride, and we're almost at 2 hours. We're an hour and 40 minutes.
Hey, dude, I can't believe we're still talking about politics. We're almost 2 hours in, dude. What's wrong with us?
Dude,
let me clarify.
It's
unfortunate. It's really unfortunate because I just feel like I haven't spoken to William in a while. He hasn't stopped by in Florida, and well, even when you do, we just party. You know, like we don't even we just have fun. We just have fun. We don't get serious.
Everyone comes back. It's like, I missed the party.
Yeah,
party.
Man, it's so unfortunate because like this episode is like depressive. No one's watching. No one's watching.
Oh,
At this
who
point,
cares? I
at
don't
this
care.
point, they stopped. They
Nah,
clicked out, bro.
Could you imagine this is the most viewed episode?
We got to do some crazy ass clip or something, because there's no way.
I'm sure. I'll tell my editor, the podcast editor, I'll be like, get every wild clip you can.
No,
Wildest
editors got to
clips.
like grab your face and put like an AI dick in it or something. And after we started talking about AI or something, there's got to be like something crazy. It's got to be something so crazy. Like, dude, no one.
Make the microphone.
The
into a dick.
editor's not watching this right now. Right now, what we're talking about, we can say whatever we want about the
Not
editor.
right now. No, not right
Last
now.
time I
We'll watch it
tested it,
later.
remember? You remember? I was like, hey, editor, if you're, he's not watching right now. We're an hour 40 in. That dude has way better stuff to do. Focus on what? El Salvador?
Dude, because they removed turn limits.
Oh yeah, no, that I know. Mm-hmm.
That was insane.
But that's what I was like trying to tell you with the whole King shit, that he's just simply doing things that the American government wouldn't allow with our president.
Correct.
It's like the good or bad, right? Because if you think about it, disposing king's justice, it is the righteousness and morals of one man. The history of the world has had good kings. That's the fucked up part. You know, this is it's a broken system for the fact that it's so easily overturned by someone that's greedy simply by birthright. But if you think about it for the days that kings were a thing.
If you had if you had a good king, an actual good king, but benevolent king, they worked.
It was fire. Yeah, no, if you think about it, like if you get the best man in the kingdom and you make him king, then shit, it works out. But typically, it was passed down through ancestral means. But still, sometimes it wasn't the worst idea for the fact that typically when you're the son of a king, you are the most educated. You get extremely educated and taught in almost every field of study you should know as a king. Whereas you have to remember,
unless you're watching Game of Thrones,
real life, buddy. I'm talking real history. I'm talking Crusaders.
Crusaders,
the epic history of the wars for the Holy Lands. This is on my next to be read.
Is that from the Holy Lands? It's Israel, pretty much, right?
Yeah, around it. Check this
Middle
out.
East?
This got signed by the author.
Okay.
This was fire. It's about the Templars. Let me clarify. It's about the Templars. So
yeah, I know it's a Christian.
Yeah.
I know I'm not the best with history, but I know a little bit. I'm gonna recommend something. Buy another book just so you don't fuck that one up.
I got this at an old bookstore. Books are meant to be used. It's okay. It's okay.
I tried, guys.
I like taking care of my collectibles, but at some point, like books, for me, the thing, if you buy a book, it's to read it.
That's fair.
I will say there is one
books.
book over there that's Wind and Truth. That one I did not, hands off.
That's the name of the book?
Wind and Truth, that's the name, yeah.
And it's signed by the author?
Yeah, big author. So I was like,
nice.
This guy's a fucking nobody. Sorry, shout out to Dan Jones. But
that's messed up. Who's the author of the
Brandon
the book?
Sanderson, big author.
I have no idea. I asked, like I know, but I'm sorry.
Yeah, we want me to say fucking Stephen King. That's like one of the few you know, I guess. You know Stephen King.
Dude, I think that might
Shut
be
the fuck up.
Stephen King, J.K. Rowling.
Wow. A pedophile and a transphobe. Come on, man. Lock the fuck in.
Jesus.
Well,
kind of crazy. She's a transphobe making a book about what she made.
Dude, I saw a fucking clip the other day. It was so funny. I don't know if you know about the story of J.K. Rowling's name, but the reason why she put J.K. Rowling is because it's very popular for female authors to make their name more masculine so people can be more open to read. That was kind of the thing at the time.
That sounds a little transgender.
That's the irony of it, where people are like, so she changed her name so she can appear to so she can appeal better to the people she wanted to appeal with by making her gender more fluid and mysterious. Little irony, huh? A little.
That's a little ironic.
But yeah, the next one I have in my TPR also is Bury Our Bones. This is the one I said about the lesbian ones. V.E. Schwab is a goated author. Highly recommend you guys check her out. Not all her books are gay. For all the homophobes that listen to this podcast, I know there's a fuck ton of them. How many followers you guys got on Instagram? I hope that
on Instagram,
editor better clip this shit.
I think on Instagram is 140. And there's 180 subscribers on YouTube.
Are you guys following me on Instagram?
I think I said 140, and that might
Are
be
you guys
generous.
following me on Instagram? You guys are following 13 people. I am not one of them.
I don't even know who we're following. I'll fix that.
You guys are following 13 people. I'm not one of them. I'll fix
that. I will. I told you I'll fix that.
Who the hell is Scott Roseman?
I don't know. I didn't follow these people. Alex did. Oh, it is 140.
All right, now this is a good clip. They are not following me on Instagram. I've been on this show like 5 fucking times. They haven't. I'm on the Instagram page. I'm on the Instagram page, and I haven't gotten fucking. I couldn't get a follow because they're so exclusive. They have 140 followers. When you click this, all 140 followers. Check out V.E. Schwab. All of you who are homophobic can read another one of her books. Not this one. This one's about lesbian vampires.
That sounds pretty good.
It's fucking fire. It's like it takes place over 3 young women who become vampires. Their bodies planted in the same soil. Their stories tangling like roots. It takes place within like 500 fucking years. It's just fire.
Oh, and I think it's time to wrap up.
I'm reading Pinocchio too. I'm reading so many books.
Nice.
I love reading.
You have a last message for the audience if they made it this far? On that note, please like, subscribe, give us a follow. And it's been another week of your favorite crypto podcast. I am sauced up with 2 beers. Jesus. It's been another week.
They got you soft over there. They got you soft.
Dude, I'm telling you, I have gotten a little soft.
We're all built bad. Julio had 2 pictures of Blue Long Island, and that's it. Done. He's like, I can't. The other day I had 5 beers.
Done?
Then I had a 6th, and I was like, what a mistake I've made. Fucking soft. Fucking soft.
It's been another week of your favorite crypto podcast, Sometimes Crypto, the unscripted crypto podcast. Ayo.